Now, the Indian industry and the organizations associated with it are giving a big thumbs up to this India and EU free trade agreement. Now, CII has issued a statement and called this a landmark agreement, and they have said that this is going to lead to many good things by delivering tangible gains for labor-intensive sectors and MSMEs, and by enabling a future-ready mobility framework for Indian talent. And joining us now is India Today's Chetan Bhutani. Chetan, this is definitely being welcomed by the Indian industry giants and Indian industry leaders. So, can you, decode the statement a little bit for us? What do they really mean when they say that this is going to get tangible gains as far as labor-intensive sectors and MSMEs concerned and other things?
Well, the CII is issuing out a statement on its win-win situation, and of course, the labor-intensive sectors are set to get a big boost is actually true, because if you read the fine print of the the FTA, it really comes out that textiles, apparel, leather footwear, tea, coffee, spices, sports goods, toys, gems, jewellery, marine products are all set to get instant access and a duty-free access from in effect from as soon as the both houses of the parliament passes away. Faced zero duty between 3 to 5 years. 20% tariff like marine products, processed foods, arms and ammunition are set to get another boost in the next 3 to 5 years. Preferential access, the poultry products, preserved vegetables, bakery items and shrimp prawn products are all set to get a major boost. But the big factor that the CII is also mentioning in its statement is that the sectors worth about 2.87 lakh crores, or nearly about $33 billion, currently facing between 4 to 26% of duty, is set to move to zero duty once the FTA begins to come into effect, which includes marine products, textile apparel, leather footwear, chemical, plastics, rubber, gems, jewellery, and of course the list forever goes on. However, interestingly, India's offer to the European Union is also very interesting. India opens its 92.1% of tariff line, covering 97.5% of EU exports, giving a massive boost and a massive access to the European Union as well. But yes, India has in fact met a very stringent norm on not giving access to its marine products, to its dairy products and its agricultural products, because globally, with any country you see, India has not been giving its access in order to protect its farmers' interest. Also, we would see India, products getting preferential EU access would be around tea, coffee, spices, dried onions, processed foods, and of course cereals and dairy products is of course something that India has protected. So all in all, the CI statement is actually in norms with what the global leaders are also mentioning. In fact, Prime Minister Modi and European Union leaders were also mentioning that it's a global world order, and that is how the global world will do trade with cooperation. Similarly, it's on the same lines, the Indian industry is also finding its foot very strong, because we would see eventually global trade will be booming through the method of cooperation and cooperative federalism, and that's how you would be removing all the uncertainties around the global trade order as far as the US trade is concerned.
Right. Thank you very much, Chetan, for all those details. So clearly we are hearing from the industry associations as well, as they are also welcoming this deal between the two giants. Okay, now let's try and understand what exactly is India gaining from this deal that we are calling the mother of all deals. Well, India is gaining a lot because EU is offering a duty cut on 99% tariff lines under FTA. Now, this could range between 97% to 99%, and this would be a huge boost for Indian goods. Now, average tariff for EU to fall from 0.1% from 3.8% after the FTA. This is what this deal will bring us. Now, steel, farm and dairy sector, which are important for India, these are not covered under FTA with the EU. So the farmers in the dairy of India do not get impacted. This is a clear thing, but also India cannot focus as far as their steel industry towards EU is concerned. But EU is going to offer nil duty on India's marine produce. This is important, and also chemicals after this FTA comes into fruition. And this is going to help India as far as exports are concerned. Now, EU will also offer nil duty, which is basically zero duty on textiles, footwear and base metals under this FTA. Now, these are one of the big industries, and as we were telling you, labor-intensive industries of India. These will gain. Now, Indian cars will get duty-free access to European markets under this FTA. This is going to be a big boost for Indian automobile industries that are planning to make European forays, because this is going to bring down the duty to them. Now let's listen to some more statements made by the Prime Minister and the EU chief.
फ्रेंड्स, इस महत्वाकांक्षी एफटीए के साथ साथ हम मोबिलिटी के लिए भी एक नया फ्रेमवर्क बना रहे हैं। इससे भारत के स्टूडेंट्स, वर्कर्स और प्रोफेशनल्स के लिए यूरोपियन यूनियन में नए अवसर खुलेंगे। साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में हमारा लंबे समय से एक व्यापक सहयोग रहा है। आज हमने इन महत्वपूर्ण लिंकेजेस को भी और मजबूत करने का निर्णय लिया है। फ्रेंड्स, रक्षा और सुरक्षा सहयोग किसी भी स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप की नींव होती है और आज हम इसे सिक्योरिटी एंड डिफेंस पार्टनरशिप के जरिए औपचारिक रूप दे रहे हैं। इससे काउंटर टेररिज्म, मैरीटाइम और साइबर सिक्योरिटी में हमारी साझेदारी और गहरी होगी। यह रूल्स बेस्ड इंटरनेशनल ऑर्डर के प्रति हमारी साझा प्रतिबद्धता को भी बल देगा। इंडो पैसिफिक क्षेत्र में हमारे सहयोग का दायरा और बढ़ेगा और इसके साथ हमारी डिफेंस कंपनियां को डेवलपमेंट और क्रो प्रोडक्शन के नए अवसर साकार करेगी।
Prime Minister, distinguished friend, we're not only making our economy stronger, we're also delivering security for our people in an increasingly insecure world. And today, the world's two largest economies and democracies launch their first ever security and defense partnership. This is a landmark departure and a trust-based platform for cooperation on the strategic issues that matter most. In doing so, we will help to build each other's resilience. Europe and India have a long history of cooperation in the defense industry. Now we will enhance this teamwork even further. We will deepen our cooperation on maritime security, for example, joint naval exercises to tackle piracy. And we will step up our work on countering cyber and hybrid threats, which are getting more sophisticated by the day. And our partnership includes a dedicated dialogue on space security, from situational awareness to secure connectivity, and stronger cooperation on counter-terrorism. Finally, we are launching negotiations on a security of information agreement. Europe and India have chosen to be reliable partners to one another, and this is how we demonstrate the trust we share.
So this FTA brings a lot to India. So let's try and understand how this one agreement is going to give us access to 27 European Union markets, and it is also a 6.4 lakh crore export boost to India. So first, if you look at the states, Punjab, well, there are many industries that would benefit as far as Punjab is concerned. Textiles and apparel, engineering goods, sport goods and agri products are what are going to benefit. In Rajasthan, sports goods, handicrafts, gems and jewellery, textiles and apparel, and also furniture. From Gujarat, if you look at it, it's the textile and apparel industry, chemicals industry, pharmaceuticals, engineering goods, once again, electronics, gems and jewellery and marine products are going to benefit. From Maharashtra, it is once again the textile and apparel industry, which is of course a labour-intensive industry, engineering goods, pharmaceuticals and medical devices, gems and jewellery that will benefit. Similarly for Karnataka as well, these are the main focus areas: chemicals, engineering goods, electronics, pharmaceuticals and medical devices, textiles and apparel. So clearly every single state, including Kerala, which will be exporting marine products, tea and spices, pharmaceuticals and medical devices, many of these states are benefiting, along with Tamil Nadu. Again, textile and apparel, leather and footwear, engineering goods, electronics, plastic and rubber. Now, if you look at Assam, their important produce like tea and spices, that is going to benefit. Furniture, handicrafts, pharmaceuticals, minerals. If we come back to Uttar Pradesh, leather and footwear, which is one of their main industries, that will benefit. Furniture, handicrafts, electronics, agri products, these are the industries that are going to benefit.